In the midst of our HAN Network Spring FCAC tour at Stanford High School's Boyle Stadium, I'm Kate Czaplinski, and this is your afternoon coffee break news update for March 30th. Getting to some of today's headlines, a man in his 70s who was found suffering a gunshot wound and in cardiac arrest in a burning, cluttered home in Seymour on Wednesday morning has died, according to police. According to reports, the fire on Bungay Road was reported at about 7:22 this morning, and firefighters found heavy smoke when they arrived. Crews said they had trouble battling the fire because of hoarding conditions inside the home, but once firefighters were able to get inside, they found one man who officials believed lived there. He was in cardiac arrest and had a gunshot wound. The man died, and authorities are now trying to determine exactly what happened to him and what caused the fire. The Valley Indy reports that police and Seymour First Selectman Kurt Miller said the public was never in danger, including staff and students at the nearby Bungay School. Miller said school district leaders were in constant contact with police department leadership during the incident. And this just in from Shelton Police. The department has arrested 3 juveniles in connection to a rash of vehicle break-ins last week. With the assistance of the Waterbury Police Department, Seymour, Milford, and Orange Police Departments, Shelton was able to link the juveniles to numerous car burglaries of unlocked vehicles. During the investigation, police recovered a key to a vehicle that was stolen from Shelton during the overnight hours last week. Police said they later located that vehicle in Waterbury. The 3 juveniles were charged with 7 counts of burglary and larceny, among several other charges. Police say that more arrests are expected. And residents are reminded to lock their vehicles at night and remove valuables from their cars. And part of Southern Connecticut State University campus in New Haven lost power after a downed utility pole this morning. As a result, the campus said classes were canceled until 5 o'clock this evening while the United Illuminating Company works to make the repairs. The campus is closed for students, faculty, and non-essential staff until 5 o'clock. SCSU said power was, however, restored to residence halls and the Connecticut Hall. The outage occurred after a car collided with a pole on Crescent Street around 8:30 this morning. And State Attorney General George Jepsen announced 2 nationwide sham cancer charities have been dissolved, and their president is banned from profiting from any charity fundraising in the future under a settlement reached with Connecticut and all 49 other states. Cancer Fund of America, Inc. and Cancer Support Services, Inc. and their leader, James Reynolds Sr., have agreed to settle charges that the charities claim to help cancer patients, but instead spent the overwhelming majority of donations on their operators, friends, and families and their own professional fundraisers. The states and the agency alleged in a federal complaint filed in May 2015 that 4 sham charities run by Reynolds and his family had scammed more than $187 million from donors. CFA and CSS were responsible for more than $75 million of that amount. And finally, the New Canaan Planning and Zoning Commission discussed an application that will allow the Philip Johnson Glass House to host larger group functions at the historic property. The Glass House is looking to revise their permit with the town. Proposed revisions would allow between 150 and 400 people on the property for functions. Current terms restrict attendance to 50 and 250 people. Glass House staff and neighbors met recently and resolved that the Glass House would not hold weddings or bar mitzvahs on the property. Some board members were opposed to making a decision that focused on the property's finances, while others wanted to hold true to the commission's mission statement, which says that the board should serve and do what's best for the community. But there's more on that story at ncadvertiser.com. That does it for your afternoon news update. You can follow all the action of our FCAC tour on Twitter at HAN Network CT. We'll see you next time.